If you were God, would you let someone rape a 3-year-old child?
That's why I'm God, because that's what I do.
Because your logic and you're more moral than God. I applaud you. Thank you. You're more moral than God.
She's not. No one.
Well, she would stop someone raping a 3-year-old child. Yes.
Now, if everybody obeyed the King.
Oh, now you're doing that. Look, you're right, but that's not where we're at.
So
what's
the problem?
Well, then
People
God
disobey God.
But then He knew we would.
So you want sin without consequences.
He knew we would disobey.
You want sin without consequences. You want people to sin.
Well, of course I want consequences. I'm not stupid.
Then don't complain without consequences. People sin, you're going to get consequences.
No, you just think or something. We're talking about a 3-year-old child that has no choice in this matter. No control. No control.
But what's that result of? A person who does have a choice, rebelling against God.
No. That's just indulging their own
They're rebelling against God.
I think you might be using
they have never really got the whole thing of, no, that's not actually what I believe, because their religion, and this is part of their pre-recorded spiel, I've heard it on their tape, they can't acknowledge that you don't believe in God, because that would destroy their argument. They have to say, you do believe in God, you're just rebelling against Him, you're just lying to me.
That's not the argument at all. In fact, I didn't even bring that up tonight.
Well, that's certainly what it sounded like then.
No, what it was this.
You just said.
You want me to explain the argument?
He doesn't
No. You just said that you're rebelling against God.
There's
you
no
just said that you're rebelling against God. Did you say that? Did you say that he's rebelling against God, or that this?
No, I didn't say him.
No, you said this rapist rebelling against God.
I said the rapist rebels against God and rapes the baby.
So you are assuming that this rapist believes in God.
Doesn't matter if you believe in God or not. You're still rebelling against him.
You can't rebel against something you don't believe in.
Of course you can. I don't believe in the government. I can just go out and not rebel against it.
The government is here, and they will put you in jail.
You missed the argument.
Do you know what the word rebel means?
Yes.
What does it mean?
To contradict and to go against.
No, it doesn't mean to go against. It means to knowingly go against. Important difference, very important difference.
So you're saying this pedophile is oblivious to his doing something wrong? Is that what you're saying?
It could be a total socialist.
He's rebelling.
No, he's doing something wrong, but he's not rebelling. No, he's not rebelling. You don't even know what the word rebel means.
Well, if you know what it's wrong and you're doing it anyway.
What are you saying, Jesse? You're saying that...
No, it's not. Rebelling is doing something...
The rapist rebelled against God.
God has AIDS. Against God. He was assuming that this person believes in God.
You didn't listen to a word he said.
He said that in order
the rapist doesn't acknowledge God. He's only doing it for his own pleasure. He's doing it for his own pleasure. And you are right. If he obeyed the 10 Commandments, he wouldn't do it. You are right.
No, that's why he needs to learn what the word rebel means.
And as he's raping someone, he may have seared his conscience.
That wrong.
But I would say this is why the Bible clearly says that there was a time
between you and me
where he knew right from wrong, and that there was a time where he knew there was a God.
No, he didn't.
Again, I come back to the historical argument because I believe that Jesus Christ's words are true.
He's using the word wrong.
I do the same thing. I do the exact same thing as possible.
I'm asking you
proven through his resurrection.
Were you there?
Sorry, you say the Big Bang, but
I don't have any beliefs. I don't have a clue.
He's using the word wrong. Do you acknowledge that he's using the word wrong?
Can I respond? Can you let me just respond?
Then you
give me 1 minute. I'll speak quickly.
That's why there can't
You
be any
said, are you there? Often when I hear creationists talk, they use this lame argument by saying, how do you know there was a Big Bang? Yeah, I know. How do you know there was a Big Bang? Were you there? And the atheist scholars mock them because it's a really weak argument. And yet I hear it again coming from an atheist saying, were you there? We don't have to be there to know that Richard Dawkins was born. We have evidence that Richard Dawkins was born. We don't have to be there. We don't have to be there to know that Julius Caesar existed.
You're talking to someone who is...
I never said I believe that. I don't know if it's true.
You're saying it's true.
How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know this?
Well, if you don't know where all the other people...
Hold on a minute. May I ask a question?
It's irrelevant.
Do you know that there are thousands of children that are being raped this moment? Do you know that thousands of children that are raped at this moment?
How do you know someone's being raped? Were you there?
There's different things in different contexts.
I mean, that's your argument. That's your own argument, man.
You weren't even there, you don't even know.
That's your own argument.
Sounds like you're making it up,
That is funny.
Sounds like you're making it up.
Yeah, you should.
Because the argument you bring it doesn't stand.
That was your own argument.
That was your own argument, Graham. You got done in by your own argument.
Evidence, but that was your own argument.
You just said...
Are you confused? Do you believe You believe men rape?
That's right. It has a different meaning in the Bible.
You believe men rape?
I think it was
A very important.
Hang on,
Hold on.
Because
They don't believe your comment makes any sense.
are rebelling.
I know whether it makes sense or not. The question is whether you seen them being raped.
You said before, I said God is real, you said were you there?
You only accept what you witness. Something that you haven't witnessed, you don't accept. Therefore,
Okay, let's go down the Adelaide Children's Hospital now and I'll show you some rape victims, you idiot. Come on, don't be silly.
How do you know when you're there?
now, do you understand what
I know what you're saying, you're just
All right,
playing
no.
semantics. You know.
Exactly the same thing you do.
We could go to the Adelaide Children's Hospital and I'll show you a rape
I
victim.
know.
Well, then you're being silly. You're being
I know
silly.
there are children be raped.
Good.
But
Why did you say that?
I'm not an eyewitness, yet I accept credible evidence. And you have to start accepting credible evidence.
Yeah, it's true.
Whether it is in the past, whether it is around you or not.
We need to tell them. Nah, but that's really a new point, really, because that's not really evidence for either side.
The meaning of rebellion in the Bible. You'll be able to fully explain it.
It means this.
Back in the square.
Go against God's law. If God will break a man's heart, and men steal their conscience and rebel against him. All men are rebels unless they have their faith in Jesus Christ. You may not accept that, but we're just another rebel in God's life. So,
You're a fringe religion.
Just keep it in mind. That's their religion.
Hey, actually, I've got this question I've been meaning to ask you guys all along. Do you acknowledge that being absolutely certain of something does not in any way mean that it's actually correct? Right. So you're absolutely certain that you're right, but you may be wrong.
We don't.
Thank you!
You just contradicted yourself.
Totally contradict yourself. Being absolutely certain doesn't mean you're right. You're absolutely certain, but you're still, but you're not even wrong.
Look, this is what you could have done.
Listen, that is really bad argument.
That's so bad. I'll show you the logic of what you said.
He's not basing it upon his decision whether it's right or wrong.
Imagine asking a mathematician, are you absolutely certain 2 plus 2 is 4?
It's funny you should use that example.
Are you certain?
Testable. Testable.
Hold on.
Testable.
If I use that law against mathematics,
Because
obviously
something I like
then
to
it's
say
both
is
in that
the only people who deal in absolute certainties are religious fundamentalists and mathematicians.
And Jews.
Because no,
not absolutely certainly, not the only people that do an absolute certainties are mathematicians.
Are you absolutely sure about that?
the only ones I found.
Are you absolutely sure about that? Because he said the only people.
So you're not absolutely sure.
Absolutely sure that he's wrong.
So I could be wrong.
Absolutely, I could be wrong. Here's the thing: I can admit that I could be wrong. He can't.
Yeah, but if I'm wrong,
I think it's wisdom to speak out of lack of knowledge.
But I don't believe Jesus is wrong.
Yeah, but do you believe?
if you know the truth, why would I be an error?
Seriously, this is what he's saying.
We can find out on Judgment Day.
I'm absolutely sure.
This is why I don't talk to you guys. You want to answer a straight question. It's a yes or no question. My question is, do you admit that you could be wrong? Do you admit that you could be wrong about this whole God thing?
About God, no.
There you go. See, you don't believe in the same thing as she does. She doesn't believe in the same thing as she does.
About
She doesn't believe in the same thing as he does. You all believe different things, and yet you're all so
Could you let us
convinced you're
speak?
right.
Could you let one of us speak?
No, I won't let you speak because I've spoken to you before, and you have proved yourself to be a dishonest arguer.
I don't even remember speaking to you.
Christians are trying to outsmart.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
We're not Christians aren't trying to outsmart. We're not trying to invent things. We're not trying to like those devices and try and outsmart. It's not like that. It's a matter of faith, and it's not faith. It's not something that you can. It's not in your head. As in you don't understand. It's not necessarily understanding. Actually, I can be sure because faith is the substance of things hoped for.
I just agree with that only because the Bible has when the Apostle Paul reasoned. It was something that he could be sure on, and there was evidence for it.
Said it's
it was with our mind as well, like with my mind I serve Christ and so forth. He talks about that we can actually know, and even the Apostle Paul said if Jesus Christ did not rise from the dead, our faith is in vain. So if we don't have enough evidence for the resurrection of Christ, then our faith is in vain. If you're able to, sorry?
Other religions have evidence too.
Like what? Personal evidence? Personal evidence?
Most religions can be proven wrong straight off the bat by saying that they carved something out of wood and they worship it. That gets rid of thousands of religions.
Most religions are inherently wrong anyway because they acknowledge the Bible to be true. And the Bible would say that they're wrong. Like Islam, Mormonism,
it's something more than the heart. It's not just that I feel I'm a Christian. Yeah. It's something very real. And before you said something about, are you absolutely sure about that? He's not basing his faith on whether he's absolutely sure. He's basing his faith.
The mental gymnastics are kind of the tragic and hilarious at the same time.
Because they premise their whole belief on a lie, so they have to make a million other lies that just jumble the whole thing and get it totally confusing.
Here's the thing.
Let's stick to one topic. Do you believe in the resurrection?
Well, of course we don't.
No.
Well, I don't. I don't know about this gentleman.
Why don't you believe in the resurrection?
Because I wasn't there. Where's the evidence?
What did I say before to you?
What evidence would you require? Sorry.
See, look, I told him before, I'm not going to talk to you because he is a dishonest arguer.
Well, I don't even remember talking to you.
Yeah, again, that doesn't surprise me.
I've seen you around.
He started a lot of bullshit to a lot of people.
Okay. Well, can you defend the argument? Maybe you can defend the argument.
Now, again, I am not going to talk to you.
You can talk to him?
Well, he was really bad with the whole.
You either want the argument, you either know the argument or not. I mean,
I don't think you want to know the truth.
He thinks he's right.
There is no one so blind to the truth as he who will not admit the possibility that he is wrong.
Well, it's like,
how bad the argument
are you sure about that?
Mathematician, if a 2 plus 2 could equal anything other than 4.
No, we weren't talking about the mathematics. We were asking you.
Is there a statement?
No,
he made a statement.
He said to you, is it possible that you could be wrong? And you said no.
But I'm right. Well, that's
So you know you're right.
Yes.
You know you're right.
Okay.
So how do you know you're right? Just tell me.
If you want to sit down and listen to it, I can tell you.
So you know you're right because it's God's word, and you know it's God's word because you're right.
That's not what we said. That's a straw man argument. That's not what we said at all.
There's a variety of reasons.
What I have a problem with is you insisting that you absolutely cannot be wrong.
Well,
God is never wrong. He's always
No. Hold on. I'm not saying God is wrong. I am saying, is it possible that you're wrong?
About what?
About your perception. About everything.
We can be wrong about things, but we thought you said before, can you be wrong about God's existence?
You can't acknowledge the possibility that you're wrong.
I can be wrong in algebra.
Everyone can be wrong.
You acknowledge the possibility.
Well, you have to identify an issue.
Are you
speaking general? No, general things. General things. You cannot take.
Is
You
it
cannot
possible?
put a general thing, get an answer, and apply to individual thing. You have to come into individuals. You can't.
You know what to do with the real argument. He goes to the girl. That's pretty ridiculous. He knows.
Well, actually, they make more sense.
Go on, you haven't answered my
These
historical argument.
girls make more sense because men are driven by their ego.
Yeah, can I have a conversation with you then? Okay. Now, I asked you before, do you believe in the resurrection? You said...
Well, I wasn't there. I can't make any statement.
Okay. So do you think that you...
I think it's very unlikely.
Okay. So you said, I asked you very clearly just then, do you believe in the resurrection? You said no because you weren't there.
Right.
Okay. So you're saying that unless you're there, you cannot believe in anything. So you're saying that unless you've seen a rape, no rape has ever taken place.
I mean, it falls down on itself. But you don't want to admit that, that's why you keep walking
Now you see how we make room?
No. I keep walking away because you're making no sense at all.
God can't even really reveal
Can I have that footage?
our words.
We go down to the Adelaide Children's Hospital. I'll show you some rape cases.
Yeah. Did you see it happen?
Oh,
You said you didn't just see it happen.
Okay.
You said unless I saw it happen. You said unless I saw it happen.
Oh dear.
Yes, it will look very foolish. I won't put